My name is Ruth Sternberg. I'm a ceremonial celebrant, and I write and perform custom wedding ceremonies. Welcome to my show, Live, Love. Today, my guest is Molly Blundred at Strongwater, which is located in Franklinton. Can you tell us something about Strongwater?
Absolutely. We are an event and wedding venue. We can seat anywhere from 200 to 400 people standing in one room.
Strongwater is a warehouse. It's over 110 years old, and it was originally a porcelain factory under the name of EBCO. So that is the original switchboard.
We do have an outdoor courtyard area, and we also have a restaurant up front.
And tell us a little bit about your role here at Strongwater.
I'm the event manager, so I manage all of the booking, and then I also manage the team that coordinates events day to day, because we do, provide support in terms of day of coordination.
As you know, my program is all about love, and so I want to start off by asking Molly, how do you define love?
That's a tough one. So I was recently married. I should know the answer to this. I think for me, it's just putting someone else's needs in front of your own and wanting to do that, not feeling obligated. And then there's there's honesty, there's trust, there's laughter, there's a lot of things that come into that equation, but ultimately it's just the selflessness.
So you work with a lot of couples here, getting married.
Yes.
How do you try to help them express their feelings and commitment here with the tools that you have here at Strongwater?
Well, we try to keep it simple. Weddings are incredibly overwhelming. So a lot of people experience it's decision fatigue. Honestly, it's just so many things to think about. Small decisions, big decisions. So we try to keep it simple, like I said, with being all inclusive. You can do catering here when it comes to items that are available, such as furniture. We have a lot of custom pieces, and it's all inclusive. So if you rent the space, you get it. If you rent the space, you get the suites, you get the coordination. So it allows them to make one big decision, and then it encompasses a lot of those details inside it. And then with that, we also just try to be very supportive. We put all of our clients first, and we understand that this is their big day, so we keep that in mind. And when we say the customer is always right, that kind of cliche saying, it's just so true on wedding days, and we try to be really, really aware of that. Again, respectful of that, and try to understand that this is the biggest day to them, and it's just another day of work for us. So we want to make sure that we make it all about them.
I have done weddings here, and I can tell you, all of it is true. Besides which, there's a great restaurant in front, right?
Yep, exactly. Oftentimes, you can get lured into things that maybe you can't afford, and then it makes the rest of the process a lot more difficult.
What's an example?
An example is overspending on the venue and then not being able to purchase the food that you want for your guests, or overspending on smaller items, even like wedding dresses and DJs, and not understanding how much those vendors are going to cost, so that you can't afford to put on the wedding that you want. So you feel stressed about maybe the payback that's going to be happening, or the money that you're spending on your day, versus just spending the day with love and happy. So yeah, I think to avoid any sort of regret or stress or anxiety on that day, going into it already knowing what your priorities are, whether you want it to be focused on music and you want people dancing and laughing, or do you want it to be formal, and do you want people to be at floor-length linens with formal gowns and just an entire experience.
I get it. And when I work with people, I very often get the couples who the ceremony is a huge focus of what they're trying to do. And so we like to just tear apart that whole ceremony architecture and put it back together. And you actually have I love the space because it's industrial, like warehousey, so there's so many things you can do here.
Yep.
And then of course there's the outside space too.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. The courtyard is really popular for ceremonies, and you're absolutely right. And you've been a part of a lot of these ceremonies where sometimes a ceremony takes an hour, and other times the ceremony takes 10 minutes.
Right.
It just depends on what they want, and those 10 minutes or 60 minutes are the most important part of the day to most couples. But again, it's knowing where that importance lies, so that you don't put too much pressure on details that maybe don't matter. We have a full catering staff. We have full bar service.
Right.
Yeah.
As you can see here. Of
Yes.
course, there's no one here now, but sometimes there's a lot of people here.
Absolutely. We do events. We've had 600 people in the full space.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that go on here at Strongwater, so check the calendar. Well, thank you so much for talking with me.
My pleasure. I appreciate you having me.
It's been great. It's been wonderful. Thank you, everybody. And tune in next time for our show, Live, Love, right here on Instagram Television.